All right. Is it a sin to accumulate riches? Is it a sin to get rich, try to get rich? That's an age-old question, and that was a question I had as well a couple months back. I was focused on growing my business, in a sense, growing my social media presence on Instagram. Thankfully, I'm at 47,000 followers, and I'm extremely thankful for that. For a couple months, I was solely focused on my Instagram page, solely focused on my business. Sure, it was doing good. And then it kind of slowed down a little bit. God revealed to me to a couple Bible verses that I was not going in the right route. I was too focused on my business and I put God aside. He was not number one. And he revealed that to me. And, now I'm putting him first in everything I do, trying my best to spread the gospel, spread the word of God with my social media presence. So there's that. He made me come across a few Bible verses found in Proverbs. Proverbs talks a lot about money and woman. I came across a couple verses. For example, if we go to Proverbs chapter 21, verse 17, and this was like kind of the first wake-up call, I guess. There's plenty beforehand, but this one was kind of the one I highlighted. It says, those who love pleasure will become poor. Those who love wine and luxury will never be rich. And I wrote down here, so it's not good to want a luxury life, question mark. That's what I was deeply wondering. I was wondering, is it not good to have a luxury life? I mean, me personally, as a human being, I'm gonna be honest, I would want a luxury life. I would want to be financially free, have a nice home, have nice decorations, have a nice car. That's me personally. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would love that. And as me growing a business, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be straight up with you guys. That's what I probably would want in the near future. I'd want a nice house, a nice looking house, and a nice looking car. There's nothing wrong with, I'll get more into it right now. There's nothing wrong with wanting that type of stuff. But where it does go wrong is when you make it your priority, is when you put it before, in front of God. And we'll get into that in these next verses. So we fast forward a couple of verses. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 20, it says, the wise have wealth and luxury, but fools spend whatever they get. I kind of wrote down as a note over here. So it's okay to have nice things? Question mark. Now it's telling me it's okay to have nice things. That kind of confused me a little bit. And I go back to verse that I just read, verse 17. I reread it one more time. It says, those who love pleasure will become poor. Those who love wine and luxury will never be rich. And love, as you guys may know already, love is a strong word. It doesn't say those who like pleasure, those who like wine and luxury. It says those who love wine and luxury, those who love pleasure. And if we were to change the word love with like, in that sense, it would pretty much be, you can't at all have wine and luxury. Because like and love are two completely different words. You could like something, but if you love something, it's up here, right? If you like something, it could be like right here, right here. But loving is like all the way on top, all the way on top. You love that thing. You love that person. I wrote down that it's okay to have nice things as long as you aren't consumed by them, as long as you're not idolizing it, as long as you're not praising whatever you have, praising that car, praising that house, right? As long as God is in front, God is your number one priority, as long as God is your true love, is your main focus, and not the wealth, wine, luxury, as we just read in this verse. If you love those things and you don't love God, God is put to side, that's when you'll never be rich. That's when you'll be poor. And that's when it becomes a problem. We fast forward 2 chapters found in chapter 23, verses 4 and 5. It says, don't wear yourself out trying to get rich. Be wise enough to know when to quit. When I read this, I was like, wait, so I shouldn't be getting rich right now? I shouldn't try to build my business. I shouldn't try to gain wealth. I should just stop. And I go on reading the next verse, and it says, in the blink of an eye, wealth disappears. For it will sprout wings and fly away like an eagle. And I wrote down next to it, because after that, I fully understand what this verse meant. I wrote down next to it, if your business is pulling you away from God, put it away. Stop it completely. Because in a blink of an eye, your wealth would disappear when Jesus comes back for his people. Wealth is not going to get you that ticket to heaven. Fearing the Lord will. Gaining knowledge, gaining wisdom, and fearing the Lord will get you to heaven. Putting riches aside, putting luxury, wealth, all those things aside, and putting God as your priority, that will give you the ticket to heaven. Now, if God isn't your priority, if he's not up there, and you swap the luxury, the wealth, the wine, all that, and you have that as your priority, and God is to the side, then that's when it's dangerous. That's when you should quit, like we just read in this verse. Stop whatever you're doing and switch those roles. God should always be your number one priority. From what I just read, I concluded that no, it's not a sin to build your business. It's not a sin to acquire wealth. But the Bible does mention multiple times money is dangerous. It also mentions in the book of Matthew that it is hard. Jesus was talking to his disciples and he was saying that it is extremely hard for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. It's extremely hard. Found in chapter 30, and this is the sayings of Agar. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. But he asked God for 2 favors before he dies. First favor, just help him never tell a lie. As we may know already, lying is a sin. And the second favor he asked God, he said, and this is found in chapter 30 of the book of Proverbs, verse 8. He says, give me neither poverty nor riches. Give me just enough to satisfy my needs. For if I grow rich, I may deny you and say, who is this Lord? And if I'm too poor, I may steal and thus insult God's holy name. He asked God, give him just enough to satisfy his needs. Give him just enough to live life so he doesn't deny him in both aspects of being poor and being rich. As I just mentioned, when Jesus talks to his disciples, he's telling them that it is extremely hard for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven because there's a higher chance they put money first, set God aside, they deny God, and they think. There's also a verse in the book of Proverbs, I'm not sure what verse it is. It says that, some people think as money as protection. They think it's a high wall. I'm going to find the verse actually, because I don't want to, say the wrong thing. So it's found in Proverbs 18, verse 11. It says, the rich think their wealth is a strong defense. They imagine it to be a high wall of safety. And a verse behind that, it tells us the real strong fortress, the real high wall, the real strong defense is not money, obviously. In the verse before that, it says, the name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe. So it's not money. Money on Judgment Day will not defend you, will not give you that ticket to heaven, like I just mentioned. So is it bad for a Christian to acquire wealth, to try to grow his business, to try to get rich? No. It's extremely dangerous to get rich, as we just read, or as I just mentioned. So when it becomes a problem is if we as Christian people, Christian men, put money first, put wealth first, put, luxury, wine first, and God is set aside. That's when it becomes a problem. And it was becoming a problem for me, but God revealed that to me a couple weeks ago, sorry. And, I'm switching around and I'm telling you guys today. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope you guys gained some understanding from what I understood from the book of Proverbs. If you haven't read the book of Proverbs, highly recommend it. It was written by King Solomon, one of the wisest men on earth. So, hope you guys enjoy this video.